What's going on YouTube? I'm back with another video and I am very excited for this one. So I'm recording this video on Saturday, June 20th. There is actually a card show in Lexington, Kentucky, and it has been quite a while since my last card show. It's probably been, I don't know, since January or February. So I am very, very excited to finally get to go to a card show and hopefully make some really nice pickups. So I am in Louisville right now. It's about 8 in the morning. The show is supposed to start at 10. I actually have to get back kind of quick. I have a bunch of other stuff going on today. So I am going to try to get there early, and I can only stay for about an hour to 2 hours. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. I'm going to take you guys along the journey, and then I'll check back in when we get to Lexington. All right, guys, as I've mentioned before, when I go out for my hunt for cards, for retail, or go to card shows, there is a very important first step that you need to do. And I'm going to show you guys that here in a second.
Hello, William.
Yep. Thank you. Gotta have your Chick-fil-A. Now we're ready. All right, guys, so we just made it to the show. It is about 9:30 in the morning. It is supposed to start at 10, so I got here a little bit early, but like I said, I can't stay that long. I only have like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So yeah, we did make it. This is typically the show that is at the Lexington Armory, but it is actually at a hotel in Lexington. I'm guessing they changed it because of Corona. I really don't know, but wasn't quite as nice of a drive as if I were going to the Armory. If you go there, you have some nice like back country roads, and this one was pretty much straight highway, but it was very nice because the hotel is right off the highway, so very quick drive. So we are here. I'm gonna head in and see what we can find. I also do want to mention, I'm about to head into the show. I'm going to get as much footage in the show as I can. However, I probably won't be talking to the camera that much. I do plan on wearing a mask most of the time while I'm in there. So if I do want to talk, I'll probably do a voiceover. So just want to make you guys aware of that. I'm going to try to get as much footage as I can of the show, but probably won't be talking that much in the show because I will have a mask on. It'll probably, you know, sound like kind of muffled. So just wanted to let you guys know that. And now we're heading in. All right, guys, just walked out of the show. It was a pretty successful show. I actually spent a little bit more than I wanted to. Didn't make a ton of pickups, but the pickups that I did make, I am very happy with. So I'll check back in when I get home to Louisville and show you guys what I picked up. But initial reactions from the show, it was an okay show. It was a pretty decent size. Just wasn't really a ton of stuff that I was looking for. So like I said, did make a few pickups. Wasn't, didn't make a ton, but the pickups that I did make, I'm very happy with. So overall, I would give it a pretty solid grade. So I'm happy with it. So again, I will check back in when I get home and show you guys what we picked up. All right, guys, so we made it back home, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do a little recap and talk about some of the cards that I picked up. And as I said in the previous clip, didn't make a ton of pickups. As you can see here, there's not too many cards, but as you'll see, the cards that I did pick up, I think are very, very high quality. So we'll go ahead and get into it. And I guess actually I'll start with the blaster in the background. So I did actually pick that up at the show. There were a lot of people selling pretty much all the Mosaic products, the cellos, the blasters, hangers, megas. I did pick up one blaster. Shout out to the guys that hooked me up on that. It's a father and son, and they are at pretty much all of the local shows. So I actually traded a Bowman Mega Box for that blaster, and then I think like 10 bucks on top. So appreciate that deal. That was pretty solid for me because I'm not really, I do like ripping the Bowman Megas, but I would rather have Mosaic for sure. So I'm actually not going to open that one. Don't want to talk too much about it, but I am thinking about putting out a new product. It will be kind of similar to the fire packs, but yeah, I don't want to give too many details on that. Hopefully that will be coming in the future, but it's kind of just in my imagination right now. So we're going to keep that one sealed, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So moving on to the cards, we start with a Giannis Prism Orange Ice. And actually, I should have put these in order. I'm going to flip these around real quick. So yeah, the Giannis Prism Orange Ice, and then the next two were actually a part of a deal I got from the same dealer, and I feel like I got a really, really good deal on these. I'm not too familiar with what these three cards are going for, but they've got to be worth more than what I paid. So for the Giannis and the next two, I paid $20, and this one is very, very well centered. So I will definitely check out the surface, and this one will likely be getting graded if everything checks out, along with pretty much everything here. I think everything I picked up is in good condition. Just got to check out the surface, and if that checks out, then every single card that I picked up will be getting sent to be graded. Next one is a Steph Curry Select Courtside. So not the silver, just the base courtside, but very, very rare. And Steph Curry is a superstar fan favorite, so can't go wrong there. So again, the Giannis, this one, and then this one were all a part of the same deal for $20. So I picked out the three cards that I wanted, said, what are you thinking on these? And he said, I don't know, 20 bucks. And I was like, absolutely, you got a deal. So like I said, I don't know what all three of these are going for, but I've got to imagine that they're over $20. So a silver Prism Steph Curry. This one looks absolutely perfectly centered front and back. Actually, I take that back. It's a little off on the back. You can see that border up here is a little bit thinner, but front is absolutely perfectly centered. So I do think that one, would have a good shot at a 9.5 on centering. So I think that those three were a really, really good investment there. If those all come back as 9.5s, I mean, you're looking at hundreds of dollars for a $20 investment. So solid there. Next one is a Kyle Guy, and this one kind of makes up for the Kyle Guy Purple Prism that I did put in the last series of the fire packs. I did want to hold on to that card, but I did end up letting that one go, and someone got a really nice card there that got that fire pack. But anyway, this one is out of Mosaic, and it is the white parallel number to 25. And aesthetically, this is probably my favorite card I picked up at the show. Just looks so good with the white background, and then you got the purple, and then you got the white and purple on the Kings uniform. Just an absolutely sick looking card. And I looked on eBay, there were no comps for the Kyle Guy white, but there were like 5 or 6 of the orange fluorescents that are also numbered to 25. And some of those were around like 40 or 50 bucks. I actually picked this one up for $25. So I think that is another solid investment. If I send this to BGS, gets a 9.5, I think you're looking at least $100 on this card. So for $25, I think that is another solid investment and just a very, very aesthetically pleasing card. I think this card looks just so sick. So I really like that one. Happy about that one. Next one is another $20 pickup, a Rui Hachimura Select Die Cut. This one is numbered to 249. Again, this one was 20 bucks. I did look at comps on eBay on this one, and there were a few around like $30 or $40. So I figured 20 bucks was a solid deal. And I think, you know, again, the centering is a little bit off. You can tell that border up here is a little bit thinner than that one, but definitely not anything too bad or too crazy. So if the surface checks out, I will likely be sending that one to be graded as well. So happy with that one. And I don't have a ton of Ruby stuff, so definitely a nice little, you know, a different investment. And the next one is the big boy that you guys might have seen from a previous clip in the video, but a Zion Williamson Mosaic fast break variation. And you know, I had probably done about 3 or 4 laps of the entire show before I actually saw this card. And at the time I saw this card, it was probably an hour and a half to 2 hours into the show, and I honestly cannot believe that no one picked this up before me. I'll go ahead and say I picked this up for $300. So this is probably the most expensive raw card purchase I have picked up. The previous one was, I think, the Giannis stained glass I picked up for 250 bucks. This one was 300, and I looked at some recent comps on eBay, and the most recent sale was $480 on this card. So I think I got an absolute crazy deal. And again, if I send this to BGS and it comes back as a 9.5, I think you're looking at least $750. So the plan is to grade it and sell it, but if it does come back at 9.5, it's going to be very hard to let go. That'll end up being one of the biggest cards of my collection if that does turn into a 9.5. So shout out to the guy who sold me that. I think, you know, he had a super fair deal on that. And honestly, like I said, it was about hour and a half to 2 hours into the show, and I cannot believe that this was still around at that point, especially for that price. So just, I mean, I absolutely love that. Super awesome card. And then the final pickup is a Tyler Hero SGC 10 Teal Explosion. I think I just really like the teal explosions out of hoops. Tyler Hero is a top tier rookie, and again, this one might end up in a fire pack, but also might end up in that other product that I'm kind of brainstorming on that I don't want to give too many details yet. So we'll see what happens with that one in the future, but got that one for a pretty solid price, so I went ahead and picked it up. So spent a decent amount of money at the show, but like I said, I think these are all very solid investments, and I am very happy with the pickups. So let me know what you guys think about the show. And what you think about my pickups. I would be curious to know what your favorite one was. And that is going to do it for the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed some card show footage. We haven't had any for quite a while, so I know I was very excited to finally get to go to a card show. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you guys for checking out the video, and I will see you guys soon.